Mr. Chancellor, Chancellor Emeritus, President, Dr. Sullivan, Dr. Pelletier, thank you very much for your most kind introduction. Distinguished faculty, exceptional graduates I've just heard about, parents, family, and friends. First, I want to thank this university, my alma mater, for this very great honor. I have been, and I am deeply touched. Secondly, for those graduating this morning, I would like to congratulate you all. It's a great achievement, and it's well done. Congratulations. Chancellor, this is a happy time. It's a time to rejoice. However, I would like to touch on a difficult subject, and this is the mental health in schools. And I do so because all of us in the therapeutic professions, we need your help. As teachers, as classroom teachers, you're the frontline observers of all of our growing children. You watch our students learn, you observe how they behave, and you rejoice at the happy students, the sociable students who do so well. But the students who do not so well, and they seem down, they may need some help. There's a student who hides in the back row hoping they won't be seen, or the good little boy in the schoolyard alone. What's he doing there? Or the girl who takes too many sickness days. These children, these adolescents, they may have some problems. They may be depressed. Or the class troublemaker may not have really attention deficit disorder and should not be on Ritalin. They may simply need some attention, some understanding, some care, some affection, and they may not be getting it at home or elsewhere, and they need to get it somewhere, and they're asking for attention. So it's important to know what goes on at home and in the neighborhood. And it would be better if the schools could identify and refer troubled students to the school counselor more often and earlier. Therapeutic intervention is most useful when a child or adolescent is having a problem, not when it's 20 or 30 years on, when it's well past the time when something should have started. So I know that your prime responsibility is to teach a curriculum, but emotional wellness, the whole child, the entire student, is our responsibility. It's the responsibility of everybody, of teachers, of coaches, of counselors, of parents, of families, of all of us. I'd like to say a word about parents. You know, we tend to parent as we were parented, and we try not to make the mistakes that we think our parents made with us. But then we go ahead and make our own new mistakes that our children will tell us that we made. So it'd be a wonderful thing if parents could have an opportunities to be in self-help or guided groups where they could talk to other parents about the problems they're having with their kids. Now, one avenue of help would be the Psychology Foundation of Canada. It publishes in its program, Parenting for Life, some small booklets about promoting positive parenting skills for children and adolescents. And they have another program called Kids Have Stress Too, where kids learn to identify and deal with their own stress. Some of this may be useful for teachers. Now, the Psychology Foundation of Canada website has more information, and it's available to you. Of course, healthy kids make for happy classrooms, and happy kids make for more fun for teachers and for families. Now, I did not make a big career myself. I'm changing the topic a bit here of teaching, but I did do a great deal of it. And I'd like to share with you my greatest teaching moment, my moment when I overcame my need to answer every student's question. I call it the burden of knowledge. Because I knew so much and I had so much education, I should be able to answer everybody's questions. And sometimes I really couldn't. And it took me a few years to get to the point where I could say to a student's question, I don't know. I don't know. I'll try to find you an answer, and next time we meet. There it is. It's okay to say, I don't know. Now, this is where I get to the point where I want to know who leaked my speech to the Dean of Boise, because she just said all the things I was going to say, so I'm going to be brief. So some of you are going to find your school, and you're going to have remarkable careers, inspiring young minds, and your students will have, the students that you have in your classrooms will come from, their parents will come from all over the world, and your classroom will look like the United Nations, and you're going to have a wonderful time sorting it all out and making a learning group out of that group. So good luck with that. Now, some of you are not so easily going to find a teaching position in Ontario. So you may travel abroad to teach, and indeed some of you already have. And what a great opportunity this is to experience another culture. You can become ambassadors of Canada, and your travels will broaden your outlook for the whole world. And it's been said that travel is an education in itself. And my father used to say that life consists of exchanging time for experience. I'll say that again. Life consists of exchanging time for experience. Okay? And travel guarantees new experiences every day. So for those whose teaching position seems unavailable, there are other choices. Life may not take you down the path that you want. So you may find other areas to explore, and you can be fascinated about. So I would say, follow your fascination. She says, pursue your passion. They're the same thing. But when you find you know what you want to do now, if you don't get a chance to do that, you are equipped to do all sorts of other things in the world. And you can always be teaching young people and older people all of the time. So follow your fascination, pursue your passion. My message today are going to be threefold then. Travel is an education in itself. If you can travel and teach and get paid for it, as they say in Australia, good on you. And life consists of exchanging time for experience. And follow your fascination. And don't get stuck in a job where you get bored silly. Move on, do something else. And as teachers, back to my first point, please find out what you can about your students and help them find help when they need it. So I did talk about this being the best school, and I'll skip that because it's already been covered. So I'll just be brief in closing, Mr. Chancellor. All societies have cultures with great ceremonies, and this convocation is certainly one of them. It's a rite of passage, and it recognizes our teachers' great accomplishments. And I'm so pleased that you chose to be here today to celebrate with your family and your parents, who I'm sure are very proud and they admire what you have done. It's a wonderful profession you have entered, and you have much to give. I wish you and your families well, and for those who travel, bon voyage.